Hey, my name is Rachel, and I just got back from the WMPC course in the Grand Canyon with my husband Logan. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for your prayer support and your financial support. It allowed us to just to go and to grow and to learn so much and to have some amazing experiences. And I am so grateful. So thank you so much. One of the things I'm most grateful for is that Logan and I were able to go on this course together. We kind of went back and forth whether or not we needed to take turns 1 year to the next just to be able to financially make that happen. And so because of your support, we were able to go together and grow and just have those experiences shared and not have to try and transfer that to each other when we came back. So having those experiences together is just super meaningful to us, and we are so grateful for that. I chose to sign up for this course because last year Logan and I worked as course support with SROM in the building all summer, and we loved it and just learned so much from it and got to meet some amazing people and watch students come back in and have these stories to share, and we just decided we really wanted to be a part of that and to be able to have those experiences too and be able to steward those students. And so we decided together to go on this WMPC. I was dealing with a lot last summer coming into SROM and had really sort of put some passions to death almost in my life and honestly felt pretty passionless. And so coming into SROM and being surrounded by such an amazing community and being supported and loved on and rekindling those old flames in my life was really powerful and just made a huge impact in my life. And so I was like, yeah, I need to go on WMPC. I need to continue this and see how far it goes and see what else I can do with it. It was a really hard experience for me in particular because I deal with a lot internally. And so being out in community in the wilderness for 15 days straight, having a hard time sort of filtering through emotions and feelings, and that was just a really tough situation for me, but really amazing and really just transformative and growing for me. I'm really thankful for solo, and that was probably the most impactful time for me, just being able to sort of start to put words to what God was doing inside of me. So the day before solo, we were doing some manual journaling, and one of the things Andrew asked us to think about was to pray and ask God, kind of what are you speaking to me right now? And I was having a really hard time focusing even on that because I was so distraught internally and just dealing with so much. So the only thing I could get the sense of was that God was saying it's raining for a reason. We'd been trapped under this tarp for 8 days straight and stuck in rain gear and, all the things that make you just feel really confined and really trapped. And so I was feeling all those things, and I just heard God say, there's a reason it's been raining. And it wasn't until I was actually on my solo that I realized that, or I started to be curious and ask God, well, what is the reason? If there is a reason, what is it? And he began to say, the things that I was experiencing, the trapped feelings, the confined feelings, the sort of suppressed feelings that I was feeling from the rain were actually how I was feeling internally. And I felt like I had received that answer from the Lord, that the reason it was still raining was because of what was going on inside of me. And I felt very emotionally drained, and I laid down to take a nap, and I woke up probably an hour later, and the sun was just beating down on me. So when I went to sleep, it was completely gray and cloudy and still pouring rain. And an hour later, I wake up and there's not a cloud in the sky. And I felt like that was an invitation from the Lord to step out of that confinement that I was living with and that suppressed feeling that I was living with, and to step into freedom and new life and joy again. And so after that point, the rest of the trip, my attitude was different, my demeanor was different, my internal world was different. I just felt lighter and more alive and more in tune with him and more in tune with myself even. So I would say solo was definitely the most impactful part of the trip for me. And it just kept getting better from there through the end of the trip. So it was really amazing. Another time we were Emmanuel journaling, and I was telling God that I was feeling really left out, and like I didn't belong. Not that anybody on course was making me feel that way. That's just something that I've dealt with for a really long time. He gave me this picture where everybody on our team was inside this room, and they were having fun, they were laughing, they were connecting, and I saw myself on the outside of that room, standing at a window looking in at them, and I felt really alone and isolated and like I wasn't welcome. So I asked him, what do I do with this? Why is this like part of me right now? And suddenly he appeared outside the window with me, and he was looking in, and he said that I didn't have to stand out here, that I had made the choice on my own to stand outside the glass, and that he would walk me inside when I was ready, and that I didn't have to go in alone, that he would take me in there and help me connect with the group and give me a place to belong. That's the first time he's shown himself in that way, and in something that I've dealt with for so long, feelings of being left out or not having a place to belong has just been part of my story for a really long time. So to have him point out some of the origins of that, and also give me the invitation to step inside and to belong, was just super impactful for me too. And another upgrade, honestly, because now I feel like I can find a place to belong, and I can make that choice to step into a group and find belonging there. So that kind of leads me to my I am statement. I was trapped in my internal world, boxed in by my own self-judgment and a fear of never having a place to belong. Now I am free to spread out and take up space in the world, knowing my presence is desired and that I am valuable. And one of the things that Chelsea and Andrew, our instructors, really did a great job at encouraging us individually in is that they took us aside one by one and pointed out some gifts of ours, but also some areas for growth. And in that conversation, I was able to see that the things that I saw as flaws in myself or things that I was missing, they were actually labeling as gifts for me. And those things were things that added to the group, and beginning to see flaws as my gifts, or the things that I saw as flaws as gifts and as something to offer to the rest of the group, was just a big deal for me. And I'm excited to continue just to dive into that and see what that means, and continue to be curious and ask more questions of the people around me, and find out what they see in me, and to begin to question those things that I see as flaws. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you again for just supporting me and my husband Logan in getting to go on this course. It was an amazing experience and something that we will carry into our future life for sure. And I'm really excited to see how the things we've learned on this course and the ways we've grown on this course will continue into the rest of our lives. So thank you so much.